It's a role he didn't want at first. But 10 years on, and President Bashar al-Assad has survived a decade in power. A man who, when he first took over the job, was unknown to most.
He came with an image of perhaps a softer, more civilian, perhaps even more westernized person. He did not prove to be so, or he proved to have another aspect to him, which was a survivor, a tough guy when he needs to be. His civilian aspect, although was reflected in an early excitement, was quickly overshadowed by a much tougher position.
A tough position was needed to deal with what proved to be a period of upheavals: September the 11th, wars and political assassinations. Syria withdrew from Lebanon in 2005 after the assassination of the former Lebanese Prime Minister Rafik Hariri, a humiliating exit, but one which many feel Assad managed rather well. Internally, there has been some change. In his inaugural address, President Assad promised economic and political reform, but results have been mixed. He's done better on the economic front, opening the country up to foreign investment and boosting the private sector. Tourism is booming. But when it comes to political reform, there has been no change at all.
Hopes for political change, of course, dawned early in when he first took power, but quickly were dashed and have not been revived. There's been no real progress in internal politics.
Damascus remains clamped down on freedom of expression. There is no free media, and human rights groups complain of continued torture and the repression of opposition figures. But Assad has managed to maneuver Syria onto a new place on the global stage. He's rebuilt relations with Europe, Arab countries, and to a certain extent the United States, effectively ending years of isolation. Syria is now seen as a crucial player that everyone needs, for one thing or another.
It's necessary for peace, and you can't wage war without it either. Hezbollah needs it, Iran needs it. If there's a peace process, Egypt needs it, the US needs it, and that's just a factor of its reality.
An impressive achievement for someone who just 5 years ago was perceived as weak and his country isolated. Now he's a man everyone wants to talk to. Stefanie, Dekker, Al Jazeera.